Hello, and if you're anything like me, you want to see cars like this Rover 214 saved rather than scrapped. As I have said in a previous video only last week, scrapping is all the rage these days. Everybody's at it. People love scrapping cars, but it's not a very nice thing to do to an old thing like this. This lovely old gentleman of a old Rover there. Now this is a Rover 214 that starts and drives, and it has MOT. How much MOT, I hear you ask? That much. I have had this car languishing around the yard for a good couple of months now, and I still haven't got around to doing anything with it. So it's time to do something with it, but it does have one slight running issue. Normally I like to clean cars before I try and put them up for sale, but I did clean this car when I first got it to the yard. It's a rather mucky yard, as you can see. It's muddy, and if it's not muddy when it's dry, it's dusty. So dust dropping everywhere, mud splattering everywhere. I can't win, I'm not even trying to. Anyway, it's worthwhile stating that the body is in quite good order. We look at that bumper there, it's not scuffed. We go around the other side and it doesn't appear to be scuffed. It's a bit faded in places. This wing here, look, it's not rotten. How did that happen? All along the doors, no rot. Now open the door up, we can see there isn't any rot. There is things like this. Obviously it's been caught by somebody's foot as they get in and out of the car, but you know, quite frequently by the looks of it. Not to get too distracted by that, but while I'm here I may as well point out the carpet has seen better days, and so has this seat as well, and so has that, but they are minor imperfections. And now again we're looking at areas of rather good solidness. Yep, solidness. That's my new word. This has been welded here, but it all seems solid. There's some evidence of corrosion going on underneath the paint there, ever so slightly. I certainly am nitpicking here because there's a scuff there, and I thought I'd point it out. But look at that, a new exhaust. And there's some more bits of paint damage here and there. Yeah, and then this side's better than the other side actually. Look at that. That looks rather nice. No, I didn't spot that, did I? Somebody's caught that on a high curb. Again, it's quite good though. The doors are all in good shape. Very good shape, in fact. Yeah, I'm pleased with that. If I was looking for a Nightfire Red 214, I think I'd consider this one. Yep, I would. I'd consider it. That's the easiest explanation as to what I'm thinking about this car. Oil is nice and clean. The coolant is the correct colour. There are actually quite a few new bits under here, actually, like a new fuel filter. Some other bits, I can't remember what's new. There definitely is though. These are new, I'm sure that's new. It's all going rather well, isn't it? So let's change the tone of this somewhat and get to the point why this car is being sold so cheaply. The boot carpet is missing. That's not why. The interior isn't perfect. That's not why either. 80,000 miles. Well, that's definitely not why, is it? Because that's a low mileage for a 27-year-old car. Headlining sagging. Again, there are a few little Rover issues that you tend to get, and you can't really complain too much about that. If that's right, that's a bonus. But it's not. There's just one thing really that gets in the way of this car having a decent price tag on it, and that is the engine. The engine sounds okay. Listen. Yeah, that engine sounds lovely, in fact, nice and smooth, but when it gets properly hot, it starts to misfire a little bit. I mean properly hot. It gets up to temperature and it's all okay, and then suddenly it's you get the picture, don't you? Besides that, it's just a slightly scruffy old Rover. The eagle-eyed amongst you, or at least those that may have seen this car before, will have noticed that the wheels are 13-inch Honda Prelude alloys on this side, and equally 13-inch Honda wheels on the other side that don't match. But don't worry, because I think what would be best would be to buy this car with a set of steel wheels like it should have had in the first place, and some wheel trims. Now let's talk about price, shall we? I'm going to make this absolutely clear. I'm not selling this car for someone to just go along and scrap. Scrap prices are high, but I'm not having it. What's the point? I could just do that myself. I'd rather somebody take it on as a project to either fix this existing engine problem that it has, or bung another engine in it even. Whatever you like. I'm sure this engine's fine. I think it's just an air intake sensor or something like that. It's just an item that I do not have. So, come and buy it. Come and buy this car. It's £500, that's all. 500, it's not a load of money. No, it's not.